I welcome you all. In this video, I'm going to talk about the dimensions of this quarter joint. So before that, I will revise quickly what we have discussed in the last lecture. So this is the cut section of this quarter joint. This is a socket which is shown by a green color. One end of the socket has a hollow portion or hole in which this spigot which is shown by blue color is inserted. Both this socket and spigot has slots, and through this common slot of socket and spigot, this quarter is inserted. This quarter joint is used to connect these two rods. This is a left side rod, this is a right side rod. Both the rods are coaxial, and such two rods which are coaxial are connected by quarter joint. These rods may be subjected to axial tensile force or compressive force. Now let us talk about the dimensions of these parts of quarter joint. So this is a rod, and both these rods, left side rod and right side rod, has the same diameter which is denoted by small d. So small d is the diameter of both the rods. So let us write this. So I have written here small d is equal to diameter of each rod. So diameter of both the rod is same and it is small d. Now the next part is socket, which has hollow portion on one side. So this outside diameter of this socket is denoted by d1, and the inner diameter of this socket is denoted by small d suffix 2, d2. Okay, so let us write this d1 and d2. So as we discussed, I have written here small d1 is the outside diameter of socket. So this outside diameter of socket is small d1, and d2 is the inside diameter of socket. So as this is socket has hollow portion on one side, so its inside diameter is d2. Now the next part is this spigot, and if you look at this joint, the diameter of this spigot and the inner diameter of this socket is same, and that is d2. So we can write here d2 is the inside diameter of this socket, or the diameter of spigot. So d2 is the inside diameter of socket or the diameter of this spigot. Now next dimension is about the collar of spigot. So this is a spigot and it has this collar, and the diameter of this spigot collar is denoted by d3. So d3 is the diameter of this spigot collar. So let us write this. Now similar to this spigot, this socket has also collar. So this is a collar of this socket which is shown by this green color, and its diameter is denoted by d4. So d4 is the diameter of this socket collar. So let us write this. Now consider the next dimension for spigot. So this is a spigot, and as we know that the spigot is having slot. So this blue color line indicates the start of slot in this spigot, and this inclined blue color line indicates the end of slot in the spigot, and this line indicates the end of spigot. So this is the end surface of spigot, this is the start of slot in the spigot, and this is the end of slot in the spigot. Now we have to consider the distance between end of slot and end of spigot, and this distance is denoted by small a. So small a is the distance between end of slot and end of spigot. So let us write this. Now the next dimension is for this quarter, which is shown by this green color, orange color, and as I discussed earlier, this quarter has one side straight and other side has a taper of magnitude 1 in 32. So this quarter has less width at the bottom and more width at the top. So for the design of this quarter joint, and particularly while designing the quarter, we have to consider the mean width, that is distance between these 2 points, and distance between these 2 points is denoted by this arrow, and it is denoted by small b. So small b is nothing but the mean width of quarter, that is distance between these 2 points in mm. So let us write this. mean width of quarter. Next dimension is for socket. So if you look at this diagram, this is the collar in the socket and it has certain thickness. But if you look at this total joint, so this quarter is inserted into the slot of socket and spigot. So that means the slot is present in this socket collar also. So the slot is present in this socket collar also, and that's why this portion indicates the presence of this slot in the socket collar. Okay, so as here hatching is not there, that means slot is present in the socket collar also. Okay, as the slot is present in this socket collar, so we don't have to consider this total thickness of this socket collar. So we will consider only effective portion of this socket collar which is subjected to stress and where there is a chance of failure. So this width we have to consider for the calculation for the stresses, and this dimension is denoted by letter C. So this distance C is nothing but the distance between slot and end of socket collar. So it is the distance between end of slot or distance between slot and end of socket collar. So let us write this. Now the next dimension is for spigot collar. So this blue color line indicates this is the spigot and this is the spigot collar, and its thickness is denoted by small t suffix 1. So let us write this small t1, which is equal to thickness of this spigot collar. So let us write this. Now the next dimensions are related to quarter. So this you can see as a quarter which is having taper on the one side and it has certain thickness and it has certain length. So the length that we can show in this quarter joint, that is the distance between this point to this point, is denoted by this arrow and it is indicated by or denoted by letter small l. So small l is the length of this quarter, but we cannot show the thickness of this quarter in this diagram. So for that purpose you have to consider this diagram of quarter. So this is nothing but the thickness of this quarter. So this thickness of quarter is denoted by small t that we cannot show in this diagram. So let us write this length of quarter and thickness of quarter. Now the last part related to dimensions is taper on quarter. So as I said, one side of this quarter is straight and another side of quarter has a taper, so that we can fit this quarter properly in this quarter joint and assembly and disassembly becomes easier. So the taper on quarter is provided of magnitude 1 in 32. So generally the taper on quarter is provided of this magnitude, that is 1 in 32. So with these dimensions we have completed the dimensional parameters of this quarter joint. So in the next part we will discuss about the free body diagram of quarter joint, and the last point is nothing but the force P which is applied on this both the ends of rod, but as it is not a dimensional parameter so I have not written here.